Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be discussing Absol this time and seeing is it worth powering up and is it going to be even better in the future once it receives its Mega in Gen 6. So we'll discuss all that and look at numbers. And for now, we're going to go ahead and power mine up to level 36. I felt like powering it up and I did. So my only real complaint about this Pokemon is the awkwardness of its quick move with Snarl. It seems that the only Pokemon that this move works smoothly with is Umbreon. Yeah, I just, every Pokemon that has Snarl just seems sticky and bulky and not very dodge friendly. It's strong and it's great to drop it in a gym and, have it attack the enemy. And keep in mind, these Pokemon are gaining a little bit of defense and attack when you drop them in a gym and they're fighting the enemy. So there's that. If you have a very fragile Pokemon, you think, if I drop that in a gym, it's going to get wrecked really quick. Yes, it is, but at the same time, it's gaining a little bit of defense, so it'll have a little bit more survivability in that gym. So let's go ahead and look at the stats and see what this thing is working with, shall we? Okay, so here we are, and we're also going to be comparing this to Houndoom because it's a very good Pokemon to compare it to. It has the same moveset, and their attack is in the same range there. As far as the CP goes, Houndoom does have more, but we'll just see what we have here in just a second. And also a little, for my other videos where my cutscenes, and not necessarily cutscenes, but I talk for a second, then I stop, and it almost seems like I should have edited that out. Yes, I should have edited that out, and I didn't. So just to let you know, oops. Anyways, let's get into this. We have Absol at 100% IV, 2080, attack at a whopping 246, rank 14. So that's what it has going for it, okay? Defense, 120, pretty low. Stamina, 130. So my personal opinion on using this is the Snarl feels a little sticky and it's hard to dodge, as opposed to using it with Umbreon. It feels smooth and I can dodge decently. Other than that, it's just a glass cannon. It really is. It has its use. It is dark type, pure dark type. So, I mean, that is nice. You're not going to see very much weather boost for this because it's going to take foggy weather, and that doesn't come out too often. Well, at least where I live. Other than that, what do you really want this for? Technically, if you're going to a Mewtwo raid, but you have to know something, guys. This thing is outclassed by Tyranitar. Period. It's end of story. And when we're talking about investing a lot of stardust into a Pokemon, you're going to want to spend it wisely. Like, okay, so what's the best dark attacker? Tyranitar, Bite and Crunch. Oh, okay. What about Houndoom? Is he good too? Yeah, he's pretty good, almost on par. But the thing is, the survivability for Tyranitar is a lot higher as opposed to Houndoom. He's going to faint quicker. Tyranitar's going to last longer. On top of that, he's doing a few points more damage than that Houndoom. Oh, okay, so I should power up my Tyranitar? Yes. So, I mean, for people who don't have stacks and stacks of Stardust, spending it wisely is your best option. I'm just stating the obvious right now, right? So, powering this thing up you have to really like it. Basically, you have to like this Pokemon or want a challenge. So, I just want to make sure you understand that, because I don't want a bunch of people going out and powering up their Absols on my behalf, because I'm just trying to tell you the facts first. All right, so best moveset is going to be Snarl Dark Pulse, and that's going to be best for offense and defense. Now we're just going to stick to offense. Its next is going to be Snarl Mega Horn, Psycho Cut, Dark Pulse, Snarl Thunder, Psycho Cut, Mega Horn, and then Psycho Cut Thunder. And you don't want those last two at all. So you're going to want to go with dark moves because, well, it's dark type. You're getting stabbed there. Psycho Cut, it's just not worth it. If you like using that move because it charges your charge bar quicker, I mean, go for it. But you're better off using Snarl. But on the flip side, there is that weird awkwardness attack for Snarl on Absol, so you want to be wary of that as well. But at the same time, it's fine. It's good. So Snarl Dark Pulse, period. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a little comparison to Houndoom and then to Gengar just for kicks. Okay, so right off the bat here, you'll be able to tell that Absol has more attack than Houndoom. So Houndoom is sitting at 124 and Absol is at 146. So quite a significant jump. As far as defense goes, well, Houndoom takes the cake on that one with 159, and Absol has 120. Now the Absol has 130 on stamina, and the Houndoom has 150. So which one of these would you want to power up to attack? Well, personally, I would go with Houndoom. Well, because its CP reaches higher, and it might last a little bit longer. Well, it's not might. I've used it plenty of times, and I personally enjoy using Houndoom a lot more than Absol because of that snarl on it. It just feels so weird. It doesn't attack right. Just if they could fix that, it would be fantastic, and it does make that much more of a difference. Personally, to me, using Houndoom all the time, and then Absol, I'll use it quite a bit as well. I can tell the difference. It's not something I'm making up. So anyway, with that aside, they're both fantastic Pokemon, and they're both going to receive a Mega. So as far as Mega Absol, sitting at 2280, this is 100% IV, then it's going to go to 2980. So it is receiving a significant boost, and it should help it. But when it comes down to it, and how Pokemon Go calculates the stats, I don't see it receiving much of an attack boost, unfortunately. It's going to receive one, but not as big as you think it is. Okay, so let's look at its weaknesses and resistances. So what do you even want to use an Absol for? Well, you would want to use it to attack a Psychic type for sure, or a Ghost type. But, I mean, it's not like when you see a Espeon in a gym, you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I have to bust out the Absol right now and fight that thing. You can basically use anything to take out that Espeon. That's just because the gyms are kind of wacky. Now, I know I make gym battles and I give myself a challenge and I use super effective Pokemon. That's me. I don't like to play the whole, oh, the gyms are always whack. Yes, they're kind of weak, but I still make do with what we have, right? And I don't want to make it seem like I don't complain about the gyms, because I know I do. But at the same time, I also keep playing the gyms and I give myself the challenges. So it's weak to Bug, Fairy, and Fighting type. Resists Dark, Ghost, and Psychic. So it's only going to be strong against Ghost and Psychic type. And that's it. Okay? That's just the way it's going to be. So you can use it against a Gengar raid or any other Ghost raids we're going to get later on, or a Mewtwo raid, or Ghost and Psychic types in a gym. Other than that, you're just going to be doing neutral damage, which works to its advantage. I mean, that can be a good thing as well, right? Okay, so there you have it for weaknesses and resistances. Until they switch up the raids, there's really not much you can do for the raid-wise, but other than that, you can take it to a gym and have some fun. But you can see, as a prime example, it doesn't really do so well, guys. Okay, so let's compare the two glass cannons and see who's better. It's really obvious right off the bat. Gengar has a max CP of 2,619. Absol sits at 2,280. Gengar's attack is 261, rank 10. Okay, and Absol is 246, rank 14. Now, even if they had the same stats, even if there's two Pokemon, say there was another, we're comparing another Dark type with the same stats, Houndoom, same stats. But if one learned one move better than the other, then it's just going to throw the whole thing off, and the other Pokemon is just going to become irrelevant, and that Pokemon is just going to be that much better because it has the better move set, right? So that's the same case with Gengar. He is just all around better, technically. So that's why people power him up. That's why I power it up as well, because its moves are just fantastic. While Absol's moves are fantastic, but it's just outclassed by many others. As opposed to Gengar, it doesn't have any Ghost types to outclass it at the moment. That's just the way it is. Okay, and really fast, just taking a look at all my Dark Pokemon, just so you can have a visual here. Houndoom is above, obviously. Oh, it got kicked out. Fantastic. Well, level 36 right here for you. And it's just about reached its peak. As we've seen, it only reaches a max CP of 22, around there, 2200. And this one far surpasses it. And with the same moveset. Yes, Absol has a better, attack, but at the end of the day, that defense is really killing it. I would even say, shoot, even max out a Sharpedo with Bite and Crunch to have more fun. Just being a little sarcastic. Anyways, trainers, thank you for watching. I'll be catching you all next time.